Farrell on it again, deep one around the back, Quinn there's the Frenchman goal! It's Andrew Quinn, the underdogs bare their teeth and show their fight in this cup final. Drogheda United strike first.
Welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, a Drogheda United fans podcast, proudly sponsored by the Coffee Box.
Hello, and welcome to the We Are the Drogs podcast, season 2, episode number 22. And I'm joined once again by Owen and Richie. How are we, boys?
Yeah, very good, lads.
Yeah, no bother.
Good stuff, good stuff. So another positive episode coming up, hopefully, after a 4-0 win against Lucan on Friday night. You went there, Owen. Did you see the game?
I did, yeah, and I rewatched it there earlier. Kind of not a whole lot really the same, just fairly comfortable.
Yeah.
Buckner was really, really good. Yeah, not sure what else to say really. Kind of hard to judge. You're playing against a non-league team that's only in pre-season as well, like so.
Yeah, you'd have to agree there, 100%. It's one of them. We've been saying it the other night. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. You know what I mean? You could score 7 or 8 and people wouldn't bat an eyelid. Or, you know what I mean? It really was one of them. I thought Drogheda played well. There was some standouts. I think you're right. Buckner played really well. I thought Thomas Sligo played really, really well. He probably just got through the team and everyone done their job, and it was a professional kind of performance. Very, very hard to judge.
Yeah, it's actually strange, this, isn't it? Trying to be positive because we're not used to this season.
2 in a row.
2 wins in a row. What's going on?
2 in a row, yeah. But it was very comfortable, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know. And actually, I actually thought Lucan were okay. Like, they're very good technically. Like, and most Dublin teams are, aren't they? Especially in the top Leinster senior. To be very good on the ball. But as I said last week, I think the physical side of Drogheda, them being full-time professionals, was always going to do it for them.
Yeah, I thought it was very noticeable, Richie. We got there early to have a beer in the ground, and I actually met you. But we were standing just watching the players kind of warming up, and there was a marked difference in the sort of physicality between that Drogheda side and Lucan. There was a lot of different, obviously all sorts of shapes and sizes in football, but you could just notice the height of Drogheda for a start, but just the actual physical fitness of a lot of our players in comparison to some of the Lucan lads. As you said, it's pre-season for them, more or less. They're just getting going, and there's definitely probably an issue with fitness with some of them, but just a lot of our lads, just that leanness and, just look really fucking fit in comparison to them.
Yeah. And I even noticed them just coming out for a warm-up, and they all just sort of walked out. It was like, I'm not saying it was Sunday League style, but it looked like it was just a group of lads just dawdling out onto the pitch, on a Sunday morning. And and I'm not saying that was the reason why we won, but you see like the Bows and Rovers running out and the top teams, and they're coming out and they're springing their step. They're coming out as a group, and you're like, fuck, these lads look up for it. No. Just little things like that I just sort of noticed.
Yeah, again, it's funny. I kind of thought 1 or 2 of them didn't even fit into their gear. Their jerseys looked too big for them, and you know what I mean? Silly things like that. But it just looked.
It is noticeable.
It is noticeable. Yeah, definitely is noticeable. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But as Owen said now, Buckner was really well up for it. And proper order, you don't go out and take them games lightly, because that's when you get better. But Buckner from word go, he was on it, so he was.
Big time.
He was brilliant. And he set the tempo, I think, for the whole game then.
Yeah. He's definitely been our best player for the last month.
Easily.
I think I've
Yeah,
heard a
I'd
lot of
agree with
people
that.
singing his praises. Yeah, definitely over the last month, people saying how good he is, and should we be trying to tie him down to a new deal? And what was his contract? Did he come in for a year only, or what? Do we know?
I'd say he got a 2 year.
It's normally 2 year,
I'm
isn't
not
it?
sure. Yeah, I'm not sure now, to be honest.
Or something like 18 months or something, would it?
I'm not sure.
18 months would be a weird one, though, wouldn't it? Means we'd have to let him go in the middle of
Yeah,
next year.
Probably so, yeah.
yeah.
I'm sure the info's there somewhere to find. But just on
Trying to look
that,
for here. There's nothing. AI says it's up this year, but I wouldn't fucking trust everything that it says. But
You can see he's the type of player that they're going for, isn't it? That sort of young, up and coming player that probably have a good
yeah,
sell-on value.
yeah,
definitely, yeah. I'd be offering him a contract anyway at the minute.
Yeah, and like the same with
Hopefully.
Warren Davis, you know what I mean? A good future ahead of him. And I know they did the same with Andrew Wogan that time. They gave Andrew a 2 year contract, knowing that those English clubs sniffing around him.
yeah, 100%. That's why I was actually going to lead on to there. It's because when you look around at what's after happening to Craptown, they're after losing probably their two biggest assets in the last 2 weeks. And, if Bucknell keeps on sort of performing the way he is, especially in a team that's underperforming,
Mm.
he's definitely a shining light over the last. Like, I'm not going to probably exaggerate either. It's probably the last 3 or 4 games. But if he keeps at it, you can see other teams kind of looking at him. I think he's the kind of player that would fit into some of the top 2, 3 or 4 teams in the country, like no bother. Like, cause he's just that. He's on it, and he's fit as a fiddle, and he has physicality about him, and he's a proper baller. And we've said it before, like he can make mistakes and he can give the ball away, but I think that's just a bit of experience and all that. And you don't mind that if he's in his own, if he's in the opposition's half. Sometimes he does sort of put the shit up you a little bit when he tries stuff in our own half when we're kind of under pressure and that. But I think he would definitely flourish in a team that was performing sort of regularly every week. Hopefully that's us between now and the end of the season. But definitely be trying to nail the likes of him down.
Oh yeah, absolutely. As I said, you can see the sort of business sense in it, signing players like him. But I thought at the start of the season he was very naive, wasn't he? He was taking on lads in around our own box and thinking he could just go by them. But he seemed to have got that out of the system now.
I suppose he had fairly limited opportunities early in the year. He's probably trying to make an impression, probably trying too hard.
Exactly. Oh yeah, and you can see the difference in him now. He's doing it in the right time, in the right places, and he's definitely probably one of the first names on the team sheet at the minute.
Yeah, I'm sure he got a bit of a bollocking for taking too many risks and, doing things you shouldn't have been doing. But you don't want to kind of coach that out of him either. You want him to be kind of running at people and, trying to nutmeg people and all that. Was a Harry Woody nutmeg against Shells a few weeks ago. That was fucking great. Little things like that. We need those kind of flair players. You want young kids going to the games, kind of watching the likes of that. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he's the type of player that gets crowd on their feet, isn't he? He gets the crowd up. He's
exciting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and he's definitely the type of player people want to go and watch. So hopefully he improves.
I thought the fans' favourite Thomas Alua had a decent game as well.
Yeah, he was fun. Yeah, he didn't do anything. I know a few lads are saying he was playing against lower opposition, but what's he supposed to do? Like, you only
what's he supposed to do? Not play? Like, you know what I mean? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, so he's definitely in one of them situations. He's just not getting any break from anybody. I think once people make up their mind, you find it hard to change, don't he?
Yeah, that's it.
Fuck's sake, let's not go down that road again. Who else is on? Right, just go through the goal scorers. So Doyle scored 2. Bucknell looked like he scored 1, but I don't think the goal was given to him. It seems to have been given to Stephen O'Dassey as an own goal. Alua ended up getting his penalty. But that, like, I looked at the highlights earlier on, but that ball seemed to come off Buckner. I don't know where they're getting that from. That was from the Soviet goal or something.
Yeah, I was pretty sure like Buckner got the last touch. Couldn't he hit him in the back as he was falling over or something? But
yeah, I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, I found it. I actually found it hard to see because I was down the other end.
You were in the pub.
I was in the pub. I wasn't in the usual spot. So I tell you, something. I'll never watch the game down there again, though.
You can't see it.
You can't.
Yeah, it's not great. Like,
no, it was cool there before the match and then at half time again. But no, I wouldn't be one for watching the match now.
No, I did that. I had one before and then went down at half time and then one and then I headed back up to the usual perch for the rest of it. Like,
yeah. It was hard to see now, as I said. So I didn't really. I thought Buckner scored. I was only now when you said it.
I'll be honest, I still think he did because I watched it again there 10 minutes ago before we came on and it looks like the ball comes off him. I can't see it coming off anyone else.
And I thought the rule was now is if it's on tag and it's going towards goal, is it not given to the attacker? Was that ever a rule? No.
I don't know, but from the replays, it just looks like literally he got the last touch of the ball. It could have ricocheted off the defender, but hit Buckner again and went in.
That's what it looks like. It was a scabby goal either way. Like,
yeah, it was a bit like Dougie's against us a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, scabby.
Yeah.
Yep.
They all count though.
They fucking do. That's Doyler up on what now? Is that 11 goals? Was he on 9?
Yeah, it's 11 altogether, yeah.
Yeah, it's a decent one, isn't it?
It's a decent return for a lad who's not a striker. And how many times have we said that?
You know what? That first goal was massive, wasn't it? Because it was it around 6 minutes?
3.
It's a bit earlier than that, yeah, 3 or 4, yeah.
Was that early? Jesus,
Yeah, third minute.
I have to start making points at football. I'm fucking losing a run of myself.
I know.
But, yeah. No, it just settled everything down, didn't it? It settled them all down and the panic, not that the panic, but you know, they knew then right, we can control this game now going forward. We're 1-0 up. So that was their game plan out the window, I suppose, straight away.
Yeah, but in fairness to them, we didn't score again until the 44th minute with that header, Doyler again. Like, you know what I mean? So it was more or less right until the end of the first half where they sort of held out.
Yeah, no, look, I was impressed with them. I thought they were very good for a team that was out of season. Pat and Dim, I thought the fullback was very good for them. He looked only to be a young lad.
Yeah.
You know, he put a hell of a tackle in on Conor Kane down in that corner. So, I'd say there's a few clubs watching him now already.
Do you reckon some of the lads that are going to end up in Darius's sort of League of Ireland club? When is that all starting? That
is it September to October or something, isn't it? September to November. They're doing a short season.
Yeah, it's a short season, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they're doing a trial one. They only do just a short season. But I heard now, just talking to one of the lads as well before the game the other night, he said that they'd signed 5 new players this week. Only brought them in this week, so maybe they're being put in. They're ready for the League of Ireland, you know.
Well, none of them played last Friday, though.
I don't know. I think I heard one name now. Do you remember the lad called Reece Weldon? I think's his name. He played with Glebe North.
Yes, yeah.
He signed for them during the week. I think he was on the bench. So, yeah, no, look, as I said, I was impressed with them. They're technically very good, so they're organised.
No,
yeah, you see a lot of them teams would have lads coming that would have played like or come up through the League of Ireland academies and stuff, so they're kind of well coached at a younger age.
Yeah. Like, probably feel them Division 1 football.
Yeah, I actually see the goalkeeper was on the bench for Longford last year.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
he's a young lad, though.
You can definitely see that some of them definitely have played at a higher level. It's just, I suppose, as a team, they're a bit of they're a bit of a hopscotch of probably different abilities and different levels and all that. But they did all right. I mean, 4-0's not embarrassing, I suppose, when you're playing against a full-time professional team that are way into their season at this stage, and they're at home, you're away, and all that. So they did themselves proud. They were okay.
Oh yeah. Ahead now, there's a few money. Ahead, there's a lot of money involved in Lucan at the minute. Ahead,
Somebody,
a lot of it.
a local builder, Richie, somebody said.
That's right. Local builders meant to be putting money into them. So, I'd say they could be. I'd say they do well in that League of Ireland now. That third tier.
What is the makeup of this? I never really looked into it that much. What is the makeup of this third tier? Obviously, there's no relegation from the fourth division to this third tier, is there?
Not yet.
As of yet.
Not yet. There will. A couple of years, I think there will be.
Yeah.
And there's 10 teams in it.
More than that. I think 1, 2. I have the list here. 1, 2, 3. 13, 14, I think. Or 15.
Right, okay. And what's is it the geographical makeup of it? Is there a load more fucking Dublin football clubs? Because that's the last thing we need.
No, it's definitely spread out. I know there's a couple of teams in Donegal in it.
Yeah,
Really?
I'll call them out.
Yeah.
Bonnigy United, they're Donegal. Cockhill Celtic, I think they're Donegal as well. Home Farm DCU. Lucan United, Merv United. That they're in one group. And group 2 is Letterkenny, Rovers, Mayo FC, Salthill Devon, St Francis and TUD, which is the college in Dublin. And then the last group is CK United, which is Carlow Kilkenny, Killarney Celtic, Newbridge Town, UCC and Villa FC. I don't know where Villa FC are from.
Yeah.
Waterford.
And it's not even regionalised, isn't it? Not own. It's they could be travelling around the country playing.
Yeah, well, Bonnigy Cockhill are in the same as Home Farm, Lucan and Merview. So there is a bit.
Yeah.
So Galway, Donegal and Dublin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a big commitment for them clubs to go for it, because that's going to cost money.
Yeah.
And lads, what is the point of it? Are these clubs looking to enter the League of Ireland? Is that why they're doing this?
I'd imagine so, yeah.
But why would Lucan
It's going to
want
put
to
a bit more of a pyramid on the football in Ireland, like the structure.
Yeah.
I know.
So it's kind of a bridge between the amateur leagues. And these will still be amateur, but they're kind of like the top
I
amateur.
know.
Then they can, if they wanted, they go send. Well, I'd imagine some of these players are getting paid playing for these teams as well. So they're not really. Some of them will be semi-pro as well, I suppose.
Pro, yeah. I know there was an issue in Division 1 for a couple of seasons, and it's probably still going on now. Like, teams are putting money into the budget, and come halfway through the season, if they've no chance of the playoff, you're letting a lot of players go.
Yeah, Athlone did that last year.
Athlone did it, didn't they? You're cutting the budget back because you knew you weren't going to be relegated and you weren't going to get up. So what's the point of paying money for another half of the season? Which was wrong, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you know now in a couple of seasons now when this third tier gets up and running that you can get relegated from Division 1, you ain't doing that. You ain't be cutting the budget.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point. And I suppose in another sense, it might be somewhere to go for lads that are playing fourth division football and, circumstances change for them or whatever, and, they might have to drop out of that kind of full-time. I know some fourth division clubs are full-time, and even lower Premier clubs. I know everyone's full-time at the minute, but you might see players kind of dropping out. You think they might just drop out of football and they end up playing with Bluebell or Glebe or somebody. They might end up saying, right, well, this is another option for me. One of these third division clubs, I can probably still keep my job and play at a decent level, I suppose. So it is going to be a benefit to Irish football. It'll probably take a good few years down the line for it to establish itself and become sort of when the relegation promotion kicks in. That'll be really exciting, actually.
It will. And you know what else? It'll be good bridging gap for us for the under 20s. Say these lads about to take the step into senior football.
Yeah.
So you've got a third tier that you're not going straight into Division 1 either. Because it is probably a big gap from playing under 20s to go into Division 1, I'd say.
Yeah, definitely.
I would imagine the physicality of it would be huge.
Yeah, so now you've got this third tier, so it can only help. It can only be a good thing.
Yeah, it'd be somewhere to send young lads down on loan as well, wouldn't it? Go to Lucan or go to somewhere with a good setup and a, decent management structure and all that. Go down there and play a season and then come back up.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm sure like so Darius is looking at under 20 players. Darius has good connections with Drogheda and Dundalk.
Yeah.
So he's looking at a few of them under 20 lads. So definitely it can be only a good thing.
Yeah, 100%. And while we're on the cup, lads, I don't know whether you've seen any of it, but when we went back to the pub, we watched the Kerry and Shell's game. Oh my God, that was just fucking unbelievable. John Russell's first game in charge, and what happens? Bam, bam, bam. Kerry go and win on penalties. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and he lost there last year, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, the quarterfinals, I think.
Yeah.
Was it quarterfinals on? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah. And you know what? Yeah, you know what? Everybody's on, I'd love a fucking trip down to Kerry in the Cup. I don't think I'd want it now. Just seem to get a bit of a reputation, aren't about them?
They do, yeah. Well, nobody thought Lightning was going to strike twice there, man. And Kerry missed 2 penalties.
That's right.
Before Shells did, then you're thinking, right, it's over now. We were laughing, going, oh, well, it's good while it lasted, fair play. And then fucking Shells go and miss one, and then Kerry score, and then Shells miss the next one. And you're like, no way. Oh, it was unbelievable. Kerry were okay in the game. They seemed to have a good few kind of chances and all that. But, as usual, I think Shelburne probably dominated the ball, and they had a lot of chances and that, but they just couldn't score. That's been a big problem with them all year. They just seem to be dominating games and not getting out and out of them, and it doesn't seem to have changed. Losing Harry Wood is an absolute disaster for them as well, because I imagine if he was on the pitch, that wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a big loss, isn't he? He does create a lot of chances, never mind scoring.
Yeah.
Quality. He was quality, yeah, he was class. But, I don't know, it is good to see that happen though, isn't it? You do like to see a bit of a shock. It's obviously not against your own team, but it is good for the cup as well, I suppose.
Only for it would have been a very boring round of the cup.
It really would.
Yeah, a lot of routine wins, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, Pats had a bit of a scare against Wexford. They only scored in the 90th minute, but apart from that, really, it was...
Well, I know it didn't end up that way, but Rovers had a bit of a scare against Cork too, because we were watching that when we went into the pub. That went to extra time, didn't it?
That's right.
Yeah.
They actually scored. They scored 3 in extra time, did they?
Yeah. Rovers did, yeah. But at one stage when you're looking at it, you're thinking, fucking hell, Cork are doing well here. This could go right down to the wire, and then last 10, 15 minutes, it just sort of collapsed in on them, and Rovers scored again, and you're right, it looks like the result looks a lot worse than it actually was, to be totally honest. Cork did really well,
Yeah, you were able to empty the bench as well, the squad they have in Cork wouldn't have that.
Oh, sure, they had Lopez and Bork and blah, 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 all sat watching it from the stands, so, typical Rovers, they can afford to sort of hold back the big guns, and because I know they're playing European football during the week and all that, so it was I think it was always going to be like that, wasn't it? They didn't have to throw them out there and still got the job done, but they did get a little bit of a scare at time. I thought Cork looked okay. I was listening to another pod last week, actually, and people were saying, obviously, Cork are sort of running away with the first division. I know they were I think Longford bet them. Was it 4-2 or 4-3 or something last week? And people were saying, Yeah, but I was even coming from Cork fans saying that, like, it's going to be the same old, same old. We're going to go back up, and then we're going to end up going back down again because they just don't think they have enough in the tank to sort of come up. But I'm thinking, like, lads, you're halfway through the season at the minute. Like, obviously, if you come up, you're going to have to get reinforcements in and sort of take it from there. Like, but a lot of them seem fairly down on what's going on structurally in Cork and that. Like, I think they're paying. Apparently, a man Rory Keaton's on $2,500 a week. Like, that was the rumour. I was like, fucking hell, play him at a fourth division club.
Saw that, yeah.
I'd say Shawnee McGuire's on good money too.
Yeah, I'd say
I'd
he's
say
well up
him
now.
probably similar money to Keaton, I'd say.
Yeah. Because there was a few clubs around Keaton in this window, isn't there?
Who was that? I did read that somewhere. I can't remember who it was though. Was it Shells?
I think Shells were looking for him.
Yeah, I think that's right. Because
Yeah.
I think Russell tried to get him back at Sligo as well.
Yeah.
He was with Sligo, wasn't he, Owen?
He was, yeah.
Yeah, he was just, yeah. So they're probably fairly, look, the fact that they worked together before, I'd say he was chancing his arm to go back in from.
But geez, lads, he had his chance at Pats and he was absolute shite. Didn't work out for him.
Yeah.
That's right.
I don't know.
Was it with them he got the bad injury as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a ruptured Achilles or something like that. He was out for like most of the season, I think.
Yeah.
But even before the injury, lads, he wasn't setting the world alight. He didn't score fuck all goals and he just didn't look great with Pats. That's not to say he couldn't come back up and go with someone else like Shells or somebody and do really well. I don't know, but you'd be wondering, like Cork, that's a hell of a wage bill to be getting out of the first division. That's crazy money.
It's a lot of money to be given two players where you could be spreading that out over your squad of maybe 18, 20, 22 players.
Well, they've great budget out there as well, and he's not playing for nothing either.
No, he played every night. But I don't know, have they got money behind them still, Cork, or are they dependent on the home gates? Because they do get good crowds at home, don't they?
Well, imagine the owner, Usher, is still probably pumping money in.
Yeah.
I don't think their gates would cover.
No, probably not. But
the spending.
If he's pumping money in, and like at the minute they're a bit of a yo-yo club, aren't they? They're up and down, up and down.
Like that for a good few years now.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
They're catching up with us for first division titles.
Yeah. Look, we've been definitely in that fucking situation before. But like saying you're pumping money in like that, and you're not getting your return. You keep getting relegated. Like how long can you do that for?
Yeah, it's like boom, and then bust, isn't it? Because you're spending all that money in the first division, and as Owen said, the home gates are probably, by first division standards, are probably good. But there's no way they're getting, I don't know what, they're probably getting 3,500, 4,000 at the most. No away fans whatsoever, because there's no way. I think there was 3 lads from Longford down there last week. And fair play to them because they seen a great game and they seen the team winning. But I'd say the only team that really brings anyone is probably Cove. Yeah. And I don't even know how many they'd bring.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's a tricky one for them already. But as you said,
I just looked up there. That game against Longford, there was 1,700.
Really?
Jesus.
1,700?
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, I thought you were getting more than that now, to be fair.
Bad time of year too, as Owen says, but I would. Yeah.
But even had to get against Bray, 1,900.
And I know when you're in the Premier League, they were hitting big numbers, though, weren't they, at home?
Yeah. Oh, they would do, yeah. If they're playing Shamrock Rovers on a Friday night, could be over 4,000 or 5,000 at easy.
Yeah.
That's a big drop off, lads.
Yeah. Well, they played Treaty, they had 2,100.
And there's probably a few Limerick went over to that because it's not that far, 40 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Other clubs, ourselves included, you go down into the first division and you sort of cut your cloth, and if you can if you have a decent manager and you get decent players in and you hold on to a couple of your probably higher earners, which is what they've done, but that's huge money if the rumours are to be believed and what those lads are on. And there did seem to be a lot of lads in that squad that I don't know whether would he brought in from England or something like that, because they don't seem to be lads that you'd know of or anything like that. So I don't know where they're from. They could be born and bred here, I don't know, and they look to have a big enough squad as well. So you'd be thinking, why spend all that money just to get out of the First Division? Would you not stay down there for a year or two and just play your way out of it? Bring through young lads and all that, instead of hanging on to Maguire and Keaton, I suppose, was a big coup for them. But you would sort of wonder what the long-term plan is, because when you come back up, like, not everyone can come back up and do as well as so we did when we came up, and then Craptown this year are doing really well for a promoted team. It just doesn't seem to work for Cork any year. They're up and then they're straight come back down again.
Yeah,
Crazy.
and you know what?
Crazy.
We're probably below it, like in Munster, in Cork, like they probably the pick of the best of the best below, because there's nobody else really around them. I know COVID down there, but they probably can get the best of the best down in that area.
Yeah, well, they would. Well, I mean, they've Treaty over in Limerick and then they've Waterford, I suppose. But Cork's a big county, and Cork City are a big club, and they've got an academy director and all that. And you know, they're not like they are the kingpin down in that part of the world. Like.
Yeah. And you just wonder then if, like, obviously they are going to come back up into the Premier League. Like, are they going to come into the Premier League next year with a bigger budget now than us next year? Like, this is what you're competing with every year now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a good point. You would imagine they would, Richie, and actually that leads me on to another point. After we were at Craptown, I watched the Town End podcast, which is their podcast that they do live after a game on a Friday night. And he had a local journalist on, Niall Mulberry or something is his name. I think he probably writes for the Argos or one of them papers in Craptown. But he stated categorically on that Dundalk were walking off the lowest budget in the Premier Division. I laughed me bollocks off. Says they absolutely are not. I don't know where he's getting that information from.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Not a fucking chance.
I don't believe it either.
Yeah, because I tell you, for one player only, Amanda brought in from Derry, Mullins.
Yeah.
There's no way he came in there on pittance.
No, I mean,
No, definitely not.
Bringing in players from Shamrock Rovers halfway through the season as well. I know Clark was probably out injured for a lot of it and all that, but he's still coming in there on good money. And the two boys they got from Bowes, and you know what I mean? No way.
Yeah. And the two brothers, the two Wilson brothers.
Yeah. Forgot about them.
Yeah. There's no way they're no way they're the lowest budget. Not a chance. But you can see the cracks starting to form, pantry. You can see it coming apart a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to collapse on them, like, but you can see it starting to come apart a little bit.
3 league defeats in the drop.
Yeah, Kenny and the Ruby both gone.
Yeah. And there's no way you let them go. Because, like, as hard as it is for me to say it, them fuckers have a chance of getting Europe this year the way they're going. Well, maybe.
I don't think they do now, after getting rid of them too.
No, but the way
until that, you're right.
Yeah, like, there's no way you're letting them two go. Unless you need the money.
Yeah, but Richie, letting one of them go for 40 grand.
Yeah.
That's an absolute
That was
joke.
the release clause, I think.
Yeah. That's a nightmare, lads. That's paying for pizzas. You know what I mean? 40 grand in this league is absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Was that
I think they put in a bid for a striker, I think. Chap from Crusaders.
They tried to buy him?
They tried to buy him, but I think they really lowballed, like, someone said something about they offered 20 grand for something, but Sheffield Wednesday and some other a couple of English teams are in for him as well. Can't get a chap's name. Like, they're not.
So Dundalk go in and lowball for 20 grand looking for him, and expecting him to come to them, and somebody like Sheffield Wednesday are in for him as well. That's ridiculous.
20 grand. Jeez, you wouldn't get a fucking good lawnmower for that. cutting the pitch.
You would. I bought one the other day in Woody's, 400 quid. Fucking serious joke.
They sponsoring us now or something?
No. Yeah, I let it that out. I'll bleep that out.
Product placement.
Yeah. I bought me fans in Briscoe's a few weeks ago as well. I think I said that in the podcast too.
I know you guys done like Greg's when we were talking about the budget itself, and I think it was Puddles was there. We were chatting about it, and like we were probably saying, like eventually we're going to have to start up in it, aren't we?
Well, like, isn't there rumor not around? Like, and I don't know, but you know when you hear things, people say things, and somebody did say the money's there for Kevin. If there's players there that he wants to go and get, the money is there for him. Like, I mean, I don't know whether there's any truth in that, but that's what was said.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe there just isn't players out there, Richie, that he wants from the league. Or I don't know. Like he has said in the last 3 or 4 interviews, we're working on it. You know what I mean? So are we expecting a few more in?
Yeah. Look, you definitely hope so. And like as we said the other night as well, I don't think money is an issue with these lads. I'm not short of money. That isn't a problem. But obviously the business plan, the business model isn't just to go splash the cash. And look, that's fine. That's okay. But I think the stage is going to come, eventually it's going to come with, as I said, you Cork coming up and they're paying players $2.5 grand. Now, am I saying we'll ever do that? Probably no. But we do have to start up a little bit. And probably a little bit more now than this year if we want to start competing. Now, look, maybe they're waiting for the new stadium. I heard that as well, that until the new stadium is built, I don't think they're going to go at it. So maybe that's the business model. Get the stadium built first.
Yeah, right. But like, I suppose there's a lot of points in there. But like this Saturday away to Sligo will tell a real tale about where we really are. Like, there's a feel good factor around because of the last 2 matches. Away to Dundalk, sorry?
The last 3, I thought we were good against Bowes, just didn't get the result.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's probably more from a nerdy point of view that you actually noticed that we were decent against them. I think most people walked out of there with their heads down. But yeah, I think we did play well against Bowes and didn't get out of there. But say then, right, the last 3, everybody's kind of thinking, right, we're up in the performances, we got a good away win, then we win well at home, albeit against a First Division club, a non-league club or a Leinster Senior League club. But this Saturday really tells a tale about where we really are. Like, we're going over there to face Sligo, who are bottom of the league at the moment. They're after losing their manager. You know, that can work in both ways. We all know that. Sometimes you go to a club who's lost their manager and things are a bit in disarray. And, you know, you're going to them at a great time. But a lot of the time, when a club loses their manager, there's a bit of a bounce. I don't think they're going to have a new manager in by Saturday. I don't know. I haven't heard anything yet. But whether they do or whether they don't, you know, if we don't get something out of that game on Saturday, we're sort of back to fucking square one. And, you know, like at Olympia, we've been saying for weeks now and nothing has changed. We've been saying for months now and nothing has changed over the last 3 games. We need players in, lads. We need at least another 2. And I know we've a load coming back from injury and all that, and they'll be like new signings if we can get them back. But no one seems to know what the crack is with Warren Davis, fucking Andrew Quinn, Kieran Cruz. You know, these are lads that can do a job for us, and we know that. But we just don't know what the situation is with their injuries. So we definitely need bodies in. Like, we can't be happy now with one American chap coming in and go, all right, we're grand now. You know, we're far from it. Like,
oh no, definitely 100% right. But them 3 players you named were out running on the pitch the other night before the Lucan game.
Oh, Warren as well, yeah.
Warren, Quinn, and Cruz, which is good to see. So hopefully they're not far away. But no, you're right, definitely. Look, and this Saturday night, like, I don't think we can go over here and just play for point. I think we have to go. This is the one you have to go and win. This one, like, this is, as you said, the Sligo team that's bottom of the league, lost a manager. You know, you have to go and.
They won't be losing Fitzgerald as well.
That's right, Owen. Yeah.
70, Rovers bid 75 grand.
It'd be nice if he's gone before Saturday, wouldn't it?
Yeah. But
Sharp
only he
Rovers
played at the
bid
weekend.
75 grand.
Yeah.
Jesus, can
I only
Sligo
he played
afford
at
to
the
go on that
weekend
bet?
either, so. Yeah, but if they accept that, like, that sent the message to me that they've sort of half given up. And they're already prepping for the first division next year.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they don't have it. Like, you know what it's like? If that's kind of dangled in front of a player and he wants away,
Yeah.
there's no point in keeping him, because they did that with your man
Yeah,
Conor
like
Malley, didn't they? They wouldn't let him go, and that didn't work out for them.
Yeah, like he's gonna improve his wages. He's gonna be playing in Europe probably.
Going to win the
Challenging for the
league.
league. Yeah, like he's out of contract at the end of the year as well. Like,
Yeah. And you know what? It'd be probably easier for him to go now, the fact that Russell is gone as well.
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, he was probably loyal to Russell because he's been there a few seasons with him. So the fact that he's gone, he'd say, look, this is my chance to get out as well.
Yeah, that's a fair point. And from our point of view, hopefully he goes this week.
Yeah, oh yeah. But you know what? Even at that, I think we're well capable. And I know, Owen, you're going to tell me we've a shit record down there, don't we? But
June 2021, I looked up there.
but
The last time we won.
yeah, but we have capable of going out here and beating these, aren't we? We have to play with that attitude.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
You know,
we actually had Doyler was playing in that game and Conor Kane.
right, okay. What was the score on that one, Owen?
2-1. Yeah, 2-1. They scored. We were 2-0 up. They scored late on. Going back.
I think I was at that. Was I?
Yeah, so look, it's a 6-pointer.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's the first one of the year for you, Richie, is it?
Waiting for that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard you say that in a long time, man. Fucking hell.
Oh,
Oh, you're right.
yeah, it is massive, you know. So what are we clear of them at the minute?
Not sure. Check now.
Fuck's sake.
5 points.
5. So
That's
look,
all.
you know,
Borg, just
Yeah.
will you read out the bottom four there for me?
Yeah, so you've Galway on 27, and they played a game less than the other ones I'm going to call out. We've 25. Waterford have 21. Sligo have 20.
21, Sligo 20. Jesus Christ, that's tight.
it is so tight. Yeah, like you go beat Sligo now Saturday. Like it's 8 points. Like the way you're looking at that's two wins Sligo need to get in it and 2 draws. If you know what I mean. Like they're not picking up wins.
Yeah.
So it is. I was saying it's a big cushion. No, it's not. But it's a nice little cushion.
And who are Waterford playing the weekend, lads?
Check now. They're playing Galway on Saturday, 5 o'clock.
Oh, right, fuck.
Away.
In Galway.
Yeah.
Is it in Pierce
In the
Stadium?
Pitch, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm.
I think that's the last game in Pierce.
Okay. Is that game on Saturday or Friday?
Saturday.
All right. Galway must be playing their games on Saturdays now because it's in the Gas Stadium. Is that it?
Yeah. I don't know whether it has floodlights or not. Maybe that's why it's an area kickoff as well.
I get you. Yeah.
Oh, never thought of that.
Jesus,
I'm not
that's a
100%
massive
sure,
game.
but yeah.
Yeah.
So
The bottom 4 are playing each other this weekend.
yeah.
Yep.
This is going to be a big weekend.
So we obviously want Galway to be beating Waterford, and then we'll know what we have to do going into the game later on that night. Because if Waterford win, they'll be on 24 points, a point behind us.
Yeah.
The draw between Galway and Waterford's not a disaster for us either, because
You want to catch
I'd say
Galway?
if we get a win, then we'd go ahead of Galway.
Yeah, I'd be taking a draw for that one, all right.
And we'd only be a point behind Derry. And we've a game in hand in Derry.
Yeah,
which will be that game.
it's mad. It's still so tight, isn't it? On both ends, like you know what I mean, you'll still be looking up.
Yeah, it's crazy tight. Yeah,
There's nobody caught adrift from finishing 6th, 7th or 6th in this league.
no.
So
Yeah, the attitudes have changed. I said it to you about 2 or 3 weeks ago, lads. Fucking playoff spot would be great. And you're like, yeah, absolutely, 100%. And I still think that now. To be fair, but I do know what you're saying. Like a draw between them two, grand, as long as we can come out of the fucking showgrounds on Saturday night with 3 points.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's a massive 3 points is a must.
Are we feeling in any way optimistic about it, or how are we feeling?
I'd be optimistic the fact that they've no manager on the bottom and they seem to be right there in the dumps at the moment.
Yeah.
But then you think on the other side of it, geez, we fucking haven't won there, we've got a shit record there. So that sort of levels it out again. You know that way?
Those I think defensively they're poor. They've been leaking, but they're obviously decent enough going forward at times too, aren't they? But then, you're going to hit me with a stat now and tell me that I'm talking shite.
They're the lowest goal scorers in the league.
You see, I fucking knew it. And how about defensively?
They're second worst.
Second worst. Who's the worst?
Waterford conceded 47. We've conceded 41. They've conceded 40, and then Galway've conceded 39.
Right, so we're all pretty much in and around each other apart from Waterford, which 47, that's horrendous. So Sligo have conceded 40 and we've conceded 41.
Yep.
So we've conceded more goals than Sligo.
Yeah, one more goal in.
Right,
We got that right Saturday, though.
Say again?
We'll put that right Saturday. We'll put a few past them.
Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. But again, going back to the Bowls game, you have to look at the goals that we gave away against Bowls. I don't think we were that bad defensively on the day, and we were decent defensively against Craptown as well. That goal was just a jammy goal. Dougie's goal was a spawny goal against Bowls. The fourth goal as well was just bad luck. I think defensively we have stepped it up. You can't really include Lucan in that because, we were playing our centre halves were on the halfway line for most of that game, so there wasn't a lot of defending to be done. But we definitely do seem to have kind of come back to good to see Bulger back as well, to be honest with you, instead of Borney. So that's what we're looking for, basically. What I'm saying is, it's Sligo on Friday night. We just need to go there and just be as solid as a rock. Like we know we can be. I've been saying it again for months. We haven't been much like that this year, but, because I think we can get at them. I think we can definitely score goals. Which I suppose that leads me nicely on to the new signing who we seen a bit of the other night, Keegan Ansell. And what did you make of him? I know, Owen, you weren't at the games. Oh, you did watch it back though, didn't you? I suppose you probably had a good view at him as well. So what did you think of him?
I think he done okay. I know his goal was disallowed, but he struck it well.
He did.
And he's obviously he probably a bit of jet lag as well, but overall I think he was alright. Like he showed a couple of moments. I think his position was generally quite good. He played a couple of decent passes and stuff, so yeah, look, he was a decent enough start from him as well.
Yeah, I'd echo that.
Yeah, look, you definitely can't judge him. Like, I think he only did 2 or 3 days training with them as well. Plus, he's only in the country, so no, you definitely don't judge him after the other night. But I just heard a few people on about his movement off the ball and that, and his touch seems to be good. So, and like you can't tell a lot about a player when he doesn't have the ball and what he does. It's a big thing. Yeah,
I looked up clips of him, and I could even see, like, say when their winger for whatever team was in America had the ball, he was making runs inside the box and stuff, and it was kind of clever runs and smart runs and stuff. So yeah, his position. See what you see there about his positioning.
Yeah, and like he's quite physical. He looks quite physical. He'll be able to handle himself, which he's going to need it in this league.
Yeah, I had a good laugh at somebody the other night. We were saying, Jesus, I hope he doesn't think now that that's the way we play every week. Like, you know what I mean? Majority of the possession and total, like, attacking football and loads of attempts on goal and all that. You're going, mate, this isn't the way it's going to be. You're going to spend half your time up there in your Todd with your back to goal. You know what I mean? It's going to be a completely different ball game, but I'm sure he's been watching all the videos and he's been told what way we kind of set up and all that. But I thought he was good. He was only on the pitch a few seconds the other night and he had a nice little touch, little through ball in. And the funny thing is, I don't know whether you were part of this, Richie, but we were watching fucking Godden warming up, and everyone was like, "There's the new player, there's the American. Look at the size of him, he's huge." Half the crowd thought bloody Godden with his new bleached blonde hairdo was the new chap.
Yeah, I was part of that conversation, all right.
Everyone was like,
the peroxide Pirlo.
We were like convinced, weren't we? Everybody walking in like to have a pint. Oh, see the new fella. Where is he? See the blondie-head fella. That's the new lad.
Yeah, that's the new boy. And then the two of them came on together as subs, and everyone was like, "What are you on about? That's your man Ansel there with the brown hair. That's Godden." I was like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
It's strong beer, that fucking drug lager.
Jesus Christ.
I was convinced it was him as well.
I think you can be pretty much nailed on, lads, that the first 11 will be the first 11 that it's been over the last few weeks. I can't see him starting your man Saturday night. You'll definitely see him off the bench, but there's no way he'll start him. And I think he'll probably end up bringing him and Gordon on, same as we did last week.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, yeah.
I think so, yeah. He's going to be ahead of Derry, isn't he, at the minute, and obviously the young lad Markey, so you'd be looking at him coming on before them too, I'd imagine.
Yeah, sure, we didn't even see Markey the other night, and us winning 4-0.
Yeah.
That's peculiar.
Yeah. That's right, never even thought of that.
I suppose he wanted to just give Ansel in the minutes, maybe.
Yeah, very true. We brought on Jamie Brennan and Scott Brady, but I was kind of half at it in my head. I'm thinking, that's the thing. You know, we bring in a new striker from the States. He wants to show him off. He wants to throw him on. Just probably unfortunate for Markey, because you would be thinking the last, 10, 15 minutes up in Dundalk, he was really, really good. And this would have been a really good game for him to come in and get himself his first senior goal. But,
that's it. And he's definitely thinking that way. I mean, he's probably got on the score sheet here tonight.
Yeah. But I suppose he had the same thoughts for Ansel, and he wants him on to try and get his first goal under his belt as well. And he's a bit, I suppose he's the marquee kind of signing coming from the US and all that. So you can understand the logic, but I was a bit surprised that we didn't see him. But you're not going to see the two of them on the pitch at the same time anyway.
No. Well, look, what it is now, it is giving them more options, isn't it? It's giving them an option if he wants to play Doyle back out in his natural position out wide.
Yeah.
Put him in as the number 9, and if you want to leave out Buck or whatever it is. I mean, it's just giving them more options. And of course, look, with Warren coming back, Warren's going to be like a new signing. Just fingers crossed now he gets a run at it from there to the end of the season.
Yeah, it's been a fucking disaster for him. I feel for him 2 years in a row.
Yeah, you feel for the chap, you know.
Yeah, man, as I said, get him and Quinn back onto the pitch, and then Kane then as a backup as well, because I think, not Kane, sorry, Cruz, because I thought he was doing really well before he went out injured.
Well, I'd love there to get the 3 back. I'd love to get Quinn, Bulger and have Keeley obviously there. Get them back in, because to me they're our 3 best centre halves.
I agree. I would agree with that.
When they're on it, it's more a different team.
Yeah, kind of Borney's kind of, it's reminiscent of the whole Cooper situation, isn't it? Done a job, was decent, but we were at our best when we had the 3 lads, Bulger, Quinn and Keeley, definitely.
Yeah, and then it was probably easier for Cooper to slot in there because we were playing well, and it is hard for Leo Boney coming in this year because we're not playing well, and he's probably taking a lot of stick, you know what I mean? But
He just made a few boo-boos here and there, Richie, where he just didn't look confident.
no,
At times. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's a bad player. He's not.
no.
I think he could probably be very, very good, but it's just, as you said, it's hard for him playing in a team that was kind of low on confidence and things weren't going well for us, and you're just throwing him into the Lions then, like.
Of course, yeah. And he's coming into a new country as well, you know.
Yeah. All the excuses.
Oh.
Fuck's sake. Look, I mean, there's not a lot more we can say about the trip to Sligo. Go for an prediction, boys. Was that what you own?
I'm going to say we win 2-1.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, no. Look, I definitely think, we're after showing we're well capable of going away and winning our last match at the Oriole. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, a Dundalk team that has been playing well. We went down and we beat them, and we beat them well, I thought. We were the better team, so there's no reason why we can't go to Sligo and do the same now. Like, we have to win eventually down here, lads. It's like,
oh yeah,
the law of averages, you know what I mean? You will eventually get a win, but definitely think we're well capable down there of getting a 2-1.
I'm actually going to go with the exact same scoreline, 2-1. Like we've shown at home against Sligo over the last few years, like we've given them a right old spanking, and there's a lot of the same players still involved, and we've a great record against them in United Park. So we just need to kind of turn that around and go down there and get a win. A draw is a draw, but we need the 3 points against these teams around us big time.
We do. We have to start beating them now if you want to start looking up the table. You have to start beating the teams around you first.
Yeah, big time. It's huge, absolutely huge.
Yeah, that's the only way you're pulling away from them by beating them.
Yeah, 100%. Jesus, man, if we could go down there and get something from Saturday night, it'd be fucking 3 wins on the trot. We haven't done that all year.
Yeah. And look, that's, like as you said, we have been playing well the last couple of games, so just hopefully we can continue that.
Yeah, there is a real feeling there of luck starting to turn a bit too, isn't there? I know we're all in sort of better form, but it does feel like the tide is kind of changing a little bit. I know it's only 1 win away from home and you're getting a bit carried away, but there's definitely there's an air of positivity there that certainly wasn't there 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, as you said, coming out of the Bows game, the heads were down a bit, but people were still saying how well we played, and when you look at the stats and all that, and we did do really, really well. We just came out on the wrong end of it, but then to go down to Craptown and beat them and then get your cup result, everything seems to be a bit more rosy in the garden, like. Yeah,
as you said, a few players coming back as well.
Yeah, and then your new signing in, and hopefully another one during the week, and another 1 or 2, because I'm 100% that's what we need. Is there any other rumours? There's nothing flying around about players or anything. I think it's all very quiet.
It is, yeah. It's never usually this quiet. You usually hear 1 or 2 names, don't you?
Yeah, I did see, obviously nosing around the rest. Shell's brought your man Beach from Derry, the goalkeeper.
Seen that today.
Yes, Speed is injured, and the other keeper as well.
That's a big loss for them, isn't it?
Big. Yeah, especially with Europe coming up as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Derry people saying that they reckon he's a better keeper than Mark. They're really disappointed.
Oh.
Yeah. A lot of people have the kind of doubts about Mark. I know he's out injured and all that, and he's just kind of more or less, but he came back and he just kind of more or less waltzed back straight back into the team. And obviously, I'm Beach thought, right, I'm out of here if this is the case, like straight into a Shells team playing in Europe as well. And, you can't blame him.
Oh, definitely not.
Fucking right. But apart from that, lads, it is fairly quiet across the board, isn't it? There's not a lot of players coming in or out.
No. Like, Sligo haven't got really anybody in our Watford, have they?
Sligo got your man McGonigal, I think, in striker.
He was with them before.
He was with Derry. I don't know if he was with them before or not. But.
Right. Was he? Well, obviously wasn't playing with Derry Was he? Getting games, like?
He wasn't there, he went to Coleraine. He's only on loan with Sligo.
Right. He went to Higgins, did he, to Coleraine?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, it's not overly busy, though. There's not, like, loads of fucking comings and goings.
No, definitely not. Well,
look, that said, just there's more longer term contracts in the league as well. So you have less lads out of contract even at the end of the year, so they're less likely to be less approaches for lads with expiring contracts.
Yeah, that's true. Before we go, do we have our facts from Fabrice on?
We do. I'll read it now.
Definitely have to get that music sorted out.
Yeah.
See, I told you we were going to win the cup. A nice handy draw tomorrow and we'll be well on our way to the final. Just to clarify on last week, I'm with you on Alua. He's been really good this season and being made a scapegoat by people who are unable to see anything other than scoring goals. If there was ever a time to win in Sligo, it's this weekend. If we really want to show improvement and consistency, then we need to beat Sligo. They've no manager and are about to lose one of their best players, so they're there for the taking. Finally, football may not be coming home, but I am. See you at the Rovers game on Friday week. I'll only be doing one autograph per person, I'm afraid, so get in line. Viva España.
Can't really disagree with anything he said there, can we?
No, he was very positive, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was feeling his happy pills.
Yeah.
After England getting back.
So are we going to have to get him on as a special guest?
We might have to, yeah.
I think so.
Right, you can work that out with him. You can negotiate the contract with him, Mount.
Yeah, see what sort of fee he's looking for.
See what he's looking for, yeah. Might be able to get him on loan for a week. See what he has to say.
High demand,
Yeah, you know what these expats are like. Right, boys, that was a quiet enough one. I think we'll leave it there. Anyone any more to add, though?
Are you heading to Sligo, lads?
I'm walking, Richie. I can't make it.
Go walking.
No, unfortunately, I'm away this weekend, so I won't make it.
Yeah, I'm going to head over.
Oh, you're going, yeah?
I am, yeah. I'm going to drive over. It's grand. Saturday evening, it's grand.
That's cool. That's two games in a row you're going to miss on.
I know, yeah. It's first time in a long time, I think.
Fucking part-timer.
Fucking good.
Yeah, just to get a shout out, because obviously we'll have this out beforehand. The Ultras are running a bus, and it's a subsidised bus, so I think it's €15 a head. And they're looking for names if anyone wants to go. Get in touch with them on the socials. And they also are looking for people to buy tickets. Is it raffle tickets for the charity match? I think you can probably get.
So your match ticket is also a raffle ticket.
Very good.
So
okay.
That match on the 1st of August.
Yeah.
In Sullivan and Land Park. So yeah, if you buy a ticket, your name goes in the raffle.
Okay. So it's for a really good cause.
Yeah, and there's loads and loads and loads of raffle prizes. I lost count of them. They have it up on their socials, how many of them, but Jesus, they've been well supported in that.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, fair play to them. It's absolutely class. So anyone listening, jump on board and give the Ultras a shout and grab a ticket, because it's for a great cause, and it's actually a good crack, that game as well. If you're not doing it that day, head over.
Yeah, I went to last year. It was brilliant crack.
Yeah. Deadly. And there's a bit of an after.
Some ex-players as well will be playing, so.
Oh, there is, isn't there? Yeah, there's a couple, yeah. Brilliant. Deadly. Great day out. Right, boys, we'll knock it on the head, and I will talk to you next week. So, fingers crossed. Enjoy the trip over. Richie, are you staying over, or?
No, we're going to just drive back that night.
Right. It's not the worst spin.
No, it's quite handy, yeah. It's easy enough.
Right, dead on. Fingers crossed, lads. I'll talk to you soon.
Right, man. Talk to us later.
See you later.
Good luck.
Cheers, boys. Bye.
Pollution 20 years ago, there was money to be